Now we're rolling. Damage Plan MMA podcast. I am Jason. He is Zack. We're back. What up? What's cracking? How's meal prep going, dude? I saw your picture. You got some steak. Did I see red potatoes in there too?
Steak, red potatoes, asparagus, and broccoli, bro. I just had my lunch, actually. Finished.
I have to applaud you for eating carbs.
Oh, you got to, man.
Yes, you do have to. Most of these guys that I'm talking to don't do it.
I feel great. My weight is on track. I'm very happy with the way things are going. And July 31st can't get here soon enough.
How's training going?
Great.
Just another day at the office.
I'm fairly healthy as one can hope to be with this extracurricular activity.
So I have to tell you a story. So I went, I bought the big tub from Home Depot to do ice baths. Yeah, and I told Cherie, I'm like, yeah, as soon as I get done with the gym on Saturday, we'll go. Because I went to go lift. I didn't do it. I made Cherie do it.
I saw that.
I didn't get in. I'm like,
you didn't get in at all?
I'm used to getting in after we run sprints at the fight camp.
Where's the bleep button? You puss.
I'm like, it is cold, but you're going to get in and you're going to do it.
You made her get in and then you didn't even get in?
I do it once a week. I don't want to hear it.
You puss.
What's funny is she
with all love, but you're puss.
She got out like 2 or 3 different times. She's like, I can't do it. I'm like, you just have to get over that initial like shock. If you could control your breathing, after that,
but that initial shock.
It sucks.
I've gotten into Bear Lake. Did like that polar bear plunge in Bear Lake in the winter when it's like, below 30 degrees and they break up the ice so you can go sit in it. I've done that.
Oh, you're nuts.
And that first like 10, 15 seconds when you can't breathe because your chest won't contract.
Mm-hmm. But if you can make it past that, you're good.
Then you're fine. Once you start breathing, and the longer you go, your body just gets numb and then hypothermia sets in and you're fine.
She's all right, Hillary. She's all right. She's okay. She does all right.
Happy Mother's Day to all the moms.
Yes. Happy Mother's Day, Hillary. Happy Mother's Day.
Hillary,
my wife's she's a fur mom.
She's a stepmom.
She's a great step, and she's a great stepmother too. Yes, she is.
That. And our moms have to.
How
my poor mother.
I don't know if this is good or bad, but my daughter can fit into Cherie's. Cherie and my daughter wear the same size shoe.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Tell everybody how old your daughter is that people don't know.
She'll be 11 next month.
Yeah. That's so good.
Oh, yeah. Crazy. Should we talk about fights?
I think that's why people are.
Dude, Kevin just put out that whole card for the next Steel Fist card.
I like some of those Agima guys. I like watching those guys fight.
They always bring it, man. Always bring it.
I like watching those guys.
It's gonna suck because I'm not gonna be here for that one. I'm gonna be in San Diego for the weekend.
Yeah, you Marine brother.
Yeah. But that's all right. I'll be watching it. I'll watch the pay-per-view. I can't miss that, man. Big Luke's back on the card. Our boy Aleko's coming up from Vegas.
Hey, how about this? Masks are recommended but not required this weekend at the Fierce card.
I saw it. You know what?
And I asked Cody, I'm commentating again.
Yeah.
So I asked Cody, I'm like, so do I need to wear my mask? And he's like, dude, no. And I don't care. Like, if people don't want to, they don't have to.
I like that. I like the way that they did that. And you know what? They put on there, they're advising you to wear it when you walk into the building. You know what? I will do that. I'll do it. Just because of the way that it was presented. It's not like you have to do this or you have to do that. It's like, your come across is everything, right? Yeah.
You try and tell people what they can and can't do. It's like,
don't tell me. No. I did 5 years of that in the Marine Corps. Like,
I was about to say, you served the country.
No.
You earned the right to.
Oh, man. Dude, what a banging Bellator card. I know you didn't get to watch some of it because weren't you putting together your smoker? Were you doing that Friday? Oh, you had to go get it. You went to get it.
No.
Friday.
No. Just put together my grill, probably. I watched part of it.
Did you see?
And then I went and trained.
Oh yeah. The Patchy Mix gets the submission arm triangle. I didn't watch that fight. I missed all of the undercard. I got in right to see Venom Page win.
I did see that.
He gets a lot of slack for, I noticed online, about who he fights.
Well, nobody will fight him.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean,
he's the one. He's kind of the wonder boy of.
He does have that
karate style.
Style.
It's super hard. It's not a fun fight camp.
My man Cameron, what's up, man?
Oh, what's up, Killer?
Yeah,
Cameron.
Fight week Friday. We'll see you on Friday, Cameron.
Just looking at your card, Cameron. Just looking at the whole card.
For the Fierce card?
Yeah, Friday night. It's banging, bro.
I can't wait. Dog. I can't wait.
I heard a couple. I've heard of some things. So
I heard through the grapevine. Well, Cameron's with Roman, so you know Roman always has some legit guys on his team. So excited. But yeah. Anyways, Venom Page. You got. It's time for a rematch, right?
Is it? Lima?
Yeah.
Is it?
I mean,
what else 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, he's won 5 fights since then. I'm just saying, if I'm Lima and I slept the dude the way he slept him, and he slept him so good.
But wasn't he winning the fight up until that point?
Oh, what's up, Fiji?
Big Fiji. He's back, and we were just talking about you, Fiji.
Maybe. But I mean, it doesn't matter if he was winning the fight. He got stopped. He got slept. It's not Douglas Lima's problem. Okay, so there's a certain local fighter, and we're friends with both of them. And so I don't need to call out names or whatever, but one guy's like, yeah, I'd like to get that fight back. And the guy that won's like, I don't need to. Like, I already beat him. I knocked him out. He's dangerous. I already did it once. Like, I don't really want to again.
I mean, I don't hate it.
That's part of it. I mean, but that's the reality of it too, right? You know, it's like yeah, I don't know. I'm with Fiji on this one. I think Douglas Lima's. I think Lima's actually the only argument of somebody that could beat Usman. Like where I'm like, I might not pick Usman. Like now, now Usman, how he's looked his last 2 fights, it's pretty hard to not pick against him. But Lima's ginormous. He's great everywhere. But it's so annoying. It's so annoying. There are no money fights in Bellator. Sorry, Roman. It doesn't bring in enough money. But Lima's like, if I'm Lima, it's like I already beat him. I proved my point.
Who else does he fight then? But that's got to be I mean, he's already got his fight scheduled. Oh, he's fighting the Amosov guy.
Yeah.
He's 25-0.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about this guy.
Yeah, so it's not like Lima's like looking for easy fights either. You know, like he moved up, fought Rory, beat him, went up and fought Gegard Mousasi. Like,
which was a great fight too.
I'm not like, dude, Lima's his own thing. If it gets to the point where there's just nobody else for Lima and they have to fight again, I'm sure he will. But if there's other people, 25-0 sounds pretty legit. If there's other people, like, I'm going to fight the new guy. I'm going to go after the new challenge.
Yeah. Did you, what did you think of the Patricky Pitbull fight being stopped because of that cut?
Weak.
I thought that was kind of weak too.
Weak. That's
Come on, Bellator.
We're better than that, right?
I'm all over the place.
He would have fought.
I'm all over the place right now. How about freaking Canelo, dude? Saturday night.
Okay. Broke his dude's orbital bone with an uppercut.
It was electric seeing that crowd. What is there? 70,000 people?
78,000 people.
78,000 people.
Packed football stadium to watch a boxing match, and it was bumping. Goosebumps. I get goosebumps.
Oh,
there. You know, remember when it first happened? I was trying to be the guy being like, I kind of like the no crowd. I can hear the coaches. I can hear the ref. I can hear them talking to each other if they are like, it's really fun. I enjoyed it. It's because I didn't realize how much I missed the roar of a crowd at a big moment.
It was like unreal.
Oh, and I don't even love boxing. Like, there's only a couple things that interest me in boxing: Lomachenko, Canelo, heavyweights. I like Anthony Joshua. I like Anthony Joshua. I like Tyson Fury. Crawford. Terrence Crawford's great.
Errol Spence is
Errol
good.
Spence is great.
Yeah.
You know, Deontay Wilder, if he can get his head right, you know. He's exciting. Like, I think he's exciting. But boxing just doesn't really do it for me that much. But Canelo is like that guy. He makes me want to go for a run. I watched that and I wanted to go run.
I'm not huge. I mean, I used to watch boxing back in the day before I got in the UFC. That was like my jam. Like, and UFC's slowly closing that gap, but I don't know if there's not many sports that can beat a high level boxing main event or like a heavyweight title or any Canelo fight. It's just a different kind of energy, but the undercards are usually like
garbage.
Where UFC, you could watch prelims to main event and
if boxing was smart, which they're not, and they've shown forever, if they were smart, they would actually start to copy the MMA model and start building cards like the MMA does, like UFC, Bellator and stuff, where you make people sit down and want to watch the whole card.
Yeah, because most people won't even come until the last 2 or 3 fights.
This is so bad. The only time I tuned in early to watch a prelim was to watch Frank Mir fight on that thriller thing, which is embarrassing. And I actually thought Frank Mir did pretty good. But regardless, like you just watch the main event. That's it.
Yeah.
How many people did you watch any of the fights before McGregor Mayweather?
No.
Nobody did. We all paid $100 for that pay-per-view just to watch McGregor Mayweather.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, boxing, figure this out. Start learning how to build these guys and promote them on undercards and let people watch the whole card. And you might draw more interest back into the sport. Maybe.
Luke called it. The politics are biting them in the ass. The politics are what hurt
it. Ruined it. And people can make fun. People can. That's. Sorry, not sorry, Fiji. I'm right there with you, brother. Dude, anybody that paid for that garbage should. I don't know. Yeah. Don't call yourself a fight fan. That was trash. But everybody that knocks on Dana and my guy Rico, I don't know if he's listening, but he kind of gave me a hard time because he says I'm always defending Dana White. One of the things I'll defend Dana on is a lot of things that he does that people go after him for. One of the things he does is he is protecting the integrity of the UFC with as far as a business and building an entire brand, not just making it about whoever the fight is. It's not like he puts out all these fights like this weekend, right? It's not just Michael Chandler Oliveira. There is a slew of guys that he is pumping and like, this is a great fight on the undercard. You know what I mean? Like he's building a sport, not an athlete. And, boxing is trying to build and like they try and get their superstar and build their athlete.
Yep.
He's building the sport. Boxing needs somebody to get back in there to build the sport again.
Well, it's funny because when you talk to people and you say, hey, if they talk about MMA, people that aren't really fans, but they think UFC is MMA. When you say UFC, they know what it is. It could be a Bellator card and somebody says, hey, I watched that UFC card. That's what they think.
UFC.
Yeah. They put the two together, like MMA, UFC. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Luke, I'm with you, man. We're going to talk about that on Friday. Ferguson. I think Ferguson's going to take the L, my friends.
You dick.
Should we keep? Let's talk a little bit. I want to talk about the Anthony Johnson fight. Did you watch that?
I did watch that, and he still got it. He still got the power. He still
got the power. I don't know if he should have jumped in there. You think he's wishing he was on the other side of the bracket because now you get the champ. Now you get Nemkov. It's Bader.
But he has the power to put him out. I don't know if he has the skill to touch him to do it, but he has. That's the thing at that weight class. Did it Rumble look slimmer to you though than he did when he was in the UFC?
Yeah, he did. He was in phenomenal shape. Like
he looked more like he almost looked more like a 185er than a 205er to me.
He really did. He can't get sloppy like that with Nemkov because he was obviously going for the finish with that guy and he ended up getting clipped.
But to be fair with Rumble. Rumble's always fought that way.
Yeah, he
And
has.
it's served him pretty well for the most part, but there's a reason why he never got to the top.
Yep.
But for a first fight back after coming off of retirement, I think that's a big mental hurdle to overcome, to get clipped and fight through it.
Yeah.
I thought he was done. When he got clipped, I was like, oh, he's done. And then he fought through it. I think that's a positive that he got to experience that in his comeback fight.
I saw some people saying it should have been stopped. I didn't think he was that. I don't think he was that out of it, but
I don't think I probably wouldn't have been that mad if they would have stopped it.
Yeah,
I probably wouldn't have.
I called it from the beginning. I think Nemkov and Corey Anderson is the finals.
I agree, dude. I think I agree with that.
Those are my two.
I like Corey Anderson.
All right, KM already stops me. I don't think he has the skills going. No, I don't think so either.
100%.
Plus him being gone for as long as he has and taking that layoff. I mean, Nemkov's just been getting better. That's a tough task.
And but remember too, it's not like Nemkov is unbeatable.
No,
he's not this. He's not Khabib. He's not Fedor in his run. I know Fedor's in his corner, but he's not Fedor.
Yeah.
He's not perfect. He does have some holes. And when you fight somebody, especially at 205, and you fight somebody that hits like Rumble, it's like, dude, he could close the show. That's the thing with Rumble. Fighters like Rumble, right? He might not have the full MMA where he's like high level wrestling, high level jiu-jitsu, maybe not the cleanest kickboxer striker in the world, but he's got that thing in there. He's like, he can make a bunch of mistakes and ride it out off of pure strength and athleticism. Nemkov drops his hand, or he gets, if Rumble gets a read to something that drops that hand, he just has to capitalize on one split second and he can close the show on anybody.
Yeah, he still has the power.
Love that. Shout out to Sergio Pettis getting
he looked freaky. He looked phenomenal, man.
I was flatlined. I thought Juan Archuleta was going to outclass him and smoke him. I really did.
I did too. I was all over that. What did he won 50-45 on one judge's scorecard. There was some weird judging this weekend.
Let's talk about the UFC judging. Like, we'll get to that. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Matter of fact, let's just go to the UFC card.
Oh, another one. Shout out Patchy Mix. That dude's legit.
Yeah.
I really enjoy watching him fight. Hopefully we can get him on the podcast soon. Got some people that train with him down in Vegas. I'm a big fan of that kid. He's
legit.
And he's fun to watch. Like, he's super entertaining to watch. I really like him. But shout out Sergio Pettis. And he did say something interesting. He said, I would have gotten to be a UFC champion in the UFC, but I wasn't a big enough star for them to get a push.
Yeah.
And Bellator just lets me be me. I don't know how Bellator elevates themselves to get closer and lessen that gap to the UFC, but it feels like they're getting there. I'm not sure how close, but they're doing some things that are really right. I mean, here's a big question for you. Have you ever heard a Bellator fighter come out after and be like, screw Scott Coker, he's a piece of crap?
No, haven't heard anybody.
None of them. They all love Scott Coker.
Yeah.
Even guys that have come and left, we still have a great relationship with Scott Coker. Like, they all love him.
Yeah.
They all love Scott Coker. He's cool with guys in the UFC. He seems more like just a fan of this. Dana's a pretty big fan, but like, I feel like he's trying to just be the fun promoter guy and be everybody's friend and running it.
Yeah.
Where Dana's trying to run like a multi-billion-dollar business. I don't feel like Scott Coker's priority is the bottom line.
Yeah.
Investors and stuff.
I can see that.
It's cool. I dig it. We got to get a little bit more depth in those divisions, though.
I agree. It's on its way, though. It's coming up. It's coming.
Shout out Bellator.
Let's talk about the UFC card. Man, I was horrible on my picks this week. Horrible.
Didn't listen.
Carlston Harris and Christian Aguilera.
You did get this one right. I got Christian wrong. No, you picked Christian Aguilera too.
Did I?
You did. I have them written down.
Damn.
So don't try.
I think
Nothing.
Dude.
Don't try any shady stuff because I wrote it all down, dog.
Dude, he's 6 foot tall.
Sick anaconda choke.
From Guyana.
Sick anaconda choke. Christian Aguilera. Yeah, he might be pretty close to on his way out, sir. Oh,
We're frozen. What happened there? What
I don't know. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, but the screen's frozen. Hang on just a second.
It is.
Hang on.
Uh-oh. We lost him. But I don't know. Maybe that's a little. It's just tough when you start getting a losing. It's kind of oh no, he's on the wrong side of the screen.
No.
Don't like this.
I'm back. Can you hear me?
Yes, but you're on the wrong side of the screen. It's throwing me off.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
I don't know.
I was just gonna say, Christian Aguilera, he's good. He's 1-2 in the UFC now. But he won one fight in LFA, but he's 2-2 in LFA, 3-2. I don't know. I don't know if he'll ever make it. I feel like he's the journeyman type.
Yeah, I agree. I like
Carlson Harris though. You know who's not going to make it?
Who?
Tafon Nchewicki.
Yeah, he's getting faded.
Bro, that was...
Speaking of decisions, how does one judge give it a draw 28-28 and another judge give it 30-25? You heard that right. One judge gave it 30-25 and one judge saw it as a draw. What the? 29-26, 30-25, 28-28. Whoever.
It's pretty bad.
Weeks is the one that called that a draw.
Pretty bad.
Yeah.
It's really, really bad judging right there.
Next up, we had Mike Trezano and Ledovit Klein.
Hey,
dude, you nailed it.
Underdog, 2-1 underdog.
Yeah.
Underdog special. Listen to me, dog.
You were right. You were
Mike
right.
Trezano.
You should be wearing the genie hat. High as a kite. Yeah, that judge was high.
Mike Trezano, the kid's a problem.
He is a problem.
Wolf. He's a problem.
He is.
He's kind of weird, and if I would have known he had a mullet, I would have bet the house on him.
The mullet, man. I would have changed my pick.
The power of that mullet. No, he looked phenomenal. I didn't agree with the 30-27. I thought Klein won a round in there, but I felt pretty good that Trezano won that fight. Dude,
I did too.
I like the fighters. He didn't start slow, but later towards the end of the second and third round, he really started picking up the pace. And I like the fighters that can do that. They're like, okay, now that we found a pace that he's comfortable at, I'm gonna kick it up a gear or two and try and really put it on him. And Klein didn't like somebody just in his dude. He could not get Trezano out of his face.
Yeah, Trezano was a dog. He was on him.
And he's shown that in all of his fights.
I was impressed. I was wrong.
All those guys, I'm telling you, all those guys from that season of The Ultimate Fighter, the ones that are in the UFC, and then the few like Tyler Diamond in the PFL or whatever, they're all legit. The ones that aren't legit, they fell off, went back to the regional circuit, taking a couple L's even. Like I've kind of followed a lot of those guys. Mike Trezano is one of those guys. Luis Pena is another one. Mike Trezano, Bryce Mitchell, look what he's rose to. Like those guys, that was the best talent season of The Ultimate Fighter.
I think so too.
Unequivocally.
Yeah. He looked good. I was impressed with him. Another L for me, Phil Hawes and Kyle Dawkins.
Underdog, Phil Hawes. I picked Phil Hawes. You went Kyle Dawkins.
I was wrong. Somebody 30-26, 29-27, 30-26. Yeah, that wasn't even.
Phil Hawes. Wrestler. Freak hands. That'll get the job done a lot.
Kyle Dawkins gassed, man. Like he seemed to gas.
Well, I just think Phil Hawes put that wrestling pressure on.
He did, yeah.
And for non-wrestlers, speaking as a non-wrestler, it's hard to deal with.
Yeah. Speaking of wrestlers, Gregor Gillespie was that guy is like a freaking blanket all over Ferreira. He was.
I think people forgot how good he was.
We
did not.
No, we did not. We both picked him. I was a little worried after the first round, the way he got up, and you're like, no, dude, he's a dog. And then he came back out and he was relentless. He just doesn't stop.
But people forgot he came into the UFC at 6-0 or 7-0, and then he ran through the UFC. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-0 in the UFC before he got knocked out by Kevin Lee. And it's like, dude, you got knocked out by Kevin Lee. Kevin Lee's a monster, dude.
Yeah, nothing.
People forget about him too. Takes a couple years off, and then he gets Diego Ferreira, who's a super tough fight, so tough, and Diego's a legit black belt and submits a lot of people, and he mauled him on the ground.
That was impressive. I will. Where's he at now in that division? Does he get a number by his name now?
Gregor? Yeah, he was.
He's 14 now. They haven't updated it yet. Diego Ferreira was 12. Ooh, I don't think he might move up to 12. He's not going to move past Islam. Man, that's a stacked class. These classes are so freaking stacked. Yeah, good win for Gillespie. Do we even need to talk about this next fight? Can we just skip it?
Hey, Mo Green. Here's your papers. UFC's cutting you any day. Just a heads up. I'm friends with him on Facebook, so there is a small chance he'd see this. I doubt it.
He ain't paying attention. He ain't paying attention to us.
I think Homeboy's getting cut.
Yeah, that was snooze fest.
So I would just like to point this out. He literally was happy to be on the bottom the whole time.
He didn't even try.
He didn't try. Everybody that he's beaten, you ready for this? Michael Bautista, not in the UFC. Jeff Hughes, won a split decision against Jeff Hughes. I believe he has been cut by the UFC after his losing streak. No. Junior Albini, no longer in the UFC. Jean Valente probably shouldn't be in the UFC anymore.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan.
So Mo Green, I'm sorry. I'm out on Mo Green. That's losing 4 out of the last 5. And the only one that you won was Jean Valente, who is a former, 205 or 185 maybe?
I don't have it in front of me.
He
might have been 185.
So he's always been a 205er. Yeah, he's always been a 205er at least. Yeah, so Jean Valente, a former 205er that now weighs a super fat 265, and he beat him. That's it. I mean, it's just not good. Not good.
They gets no more airtime. All right, Neil Magne, Jeff Neal. We called this one right.
Underdogs.
Underdog. We did call this one right. Impressive performance by Magne. Now it looks like he's caught the attention of Mr. Chimaev for the comeback fight, maybe.
Again.
What do you think of that?
I think that's a more appropriate fight for Chimaev than Leon Edwards.
You think so?
Yeah. Why Chimaev get to move up to number 3? Because he only should move up that high if nobody else will fight him. But he's got a couple people, and Neil Magny's one of them. It's like, dude, I'll fight him. Kevin Holland said he'd fight him, I like
the Neil Magne fight. I actually think Chimaev wins that fight. Just because of the way Chiesa it. Yeah. That's the difference. But you never know. Who else we got? Man, dude, Cerrone.
It's time, dude.
It's time.
I'm just gonna say this. Never fight at 170 again.
No.
He's not big enough.
No.
This is not a old man's sport.
No.
And it's okay. So, I read off all of his losses.
Yeah.
Right? Anthony Pettis, former champ. McGregor, former champ. Gaethje, former interim champ. Tony Ferguson, former interim champ. Leon Edwards before that. Darren Till. Leon Edwards, who's, Darren Till. Robbie Lawler, Jorge Masvidal. Like, these are the guys that he's lost to in the last 4 years.
Yeah.
Nothing to be ashamed about. Then you lose to Alex Moreno. And now that so once you start losing to the young up and comers, now it's time. When you're losing to all top tier guys, champions, former champions, whatever, that's one thing.
Yeah.
That's one thing. But when you're losing to the young up and comers now, that's when you know.
And on short notice,
it's passed you by.
And he
wasn't even really
looked
competitive.
good.
He wasn't even really competitive in that fight.
I mean, Ferguson, he's done in round 2. Gaethje, round 1. McGregor, round 1. Pettis goes to decision, but Pettis isn't the same either.
No.
And now he's lost to Moreno. Yeah, it's time to go, Donald.
I actually feel bad that he's not going to get the Diego fight, because that would have been a perfect fight for him to pick up a W on and tip his hat, cowboy hat, and ride off, hopefully.
Is there another fight that you could see him, if he drops back down to lightweight, that maybe he gets another fight and tries to get a W? I mean,
Jim Miller, somebody like that, maybe.
Maybe. I mean, there's nobody.
Guida, maybe. I think he might be able to handle and he needs another older guy. You feed him to a young lion, somebody that, if you get either that or somebody that's historically a slow starter too, he'll beat him.
It's crazy how much the mental aspect of this plays in, because he was saying all the right things leading up to it.
Right.
I mean, we both thought he was going to win, and he looked like doo-doo.
He looked like doo-doo.
Main event was fun. Marina Rodriguez and the Karate Hottie. That was a fun main event.
It was a good fight. I think that Marina Rodriguez is on her way to being a big problem in that division.
The only alarming thing,
both of them are 115ers, but since it was short notice, they did 125, right?
Yeah, they fought at 125. Yeah.
So I don't know. It's a good fight. I like Michelle Waterson.
Fiji says give him Ferguson if Tony loses to Benel. Tony's going to lose to Benel, but I think Tony's too much. I think Tony would. I don't
Tony
like that.
puts it on him again. I don't want that.
Yeah, just don't go to bare knuckle.
Oh my gosh!
Don't do it, Cerrone. The only thing that alarms me on Rodriguez is the way that Waterson was able to hold her down when she got that takedown, because eventually she's going to have to run it back with
Amanda Hibas.
Even Carla Esparza, split decision. That's a tough one too. But her stand-up, man, she has some crisp stand-up.
And snaps those punches really well. Waterson's so tough, but I just don't think she'll ever get there, which bums me out because I like her. I'm a fan of hers.
So Rodriguez is saying she wants Joanna.
That's a good fight.
It's a really good fight.
It's a good fight. Joanna's going to fight Wei Ling, though. That's what I think.
Isn't Joanna already scheduled to fight? Who's supposed to be fighting that Yan chick?
Carla Esparza.
Oh, Esparza. So yeah, so Joanna and
Wei
Lee run it back. Ooh, I like it.
I think that's the fight that makes the most sense, don't you?
And then Mackenzie Dern's creeping up there. That's a good weight class.
And Marina Rodriguez and Mackenzie. Oh, she already beat Mackenzie Dern, right?
Yeah, but that was a couple years ago, I think. Marina Rodriguez.
No, she hasn't fought Mackenzie Dern.
Who am I thinking that fought Dern? Somebody else on the card.
Hibas.
Yeah.
Hibas.
Dern, I think Dern, well, that's tough because if it stays standing, Dern's going to get destroyed. But if Dern can get her down,
she'll submit her. Well,
she'll submit her.
Get anybody down, she'll submit them.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a tough one.
It's a tough one.
Fun one.
It's fun.
Well,
it was a good card though. Little. You know what was the nicest thing about it? Over before 9:30.
Love it.
Didn't hate that.
No,
it's a nice change up.
Very nice change up. We got UFC 262 this weekend.
Oh my
Saturday
gosh!
night.
Take
what
my
a
money.
Stacked freaking card.
Shout out to Cody and Fierce for doing a Friday night card, so we don't have to do both.
Yes. Isn't the Steel Fist one on that Friday too? I think the Steel Fist is on a Friday too.
Shout out to Kevin and Pat for doing that.
Yeah.
I think that's the way to go, dude.
Yeah, you don't want to compete with the UFC.
Let's see.
Not a pay-per-view, not a big pay-per-view like that.
Is my fight on a Saturday night?
I don't know. Good question. June 18th. I'm almost
No,
positive.
It's a Saturday.
Is it?
Mine's a Saturday.
But June 18th is a Friday, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. All right.
No, my big thing is I like cutting weight on Thursday, weigh in Thursday, Friday, and then fight Friday night, and then I have Saturday and Sunday to chill. That's what I like about the Friday night fights.
Give you a nice little weekend to recover.
But because Sunday I just freaking I chill and then I have to go back to work on Monday.
Yeah.
I have to go to church with my face all messed up.
My
face never gets messed up.
Do you want to give an early prediction on Oliveira and Chandler?
Nope. I'm going to watch film this week.
All right. I'll give you that.
I'm leaning towards Oliveira. I'm not totally sold that that's my final pick yet, though.
That's where I'm at.
Everybody slept on Michael Chandler. I even thought, like, Dan Hooker, that's a tall order, But remember, we actually ended up, I picked Michael Chandler.
We both ended up.
And we put a little money on him. And when he put him to sleep, it was like, man.
Luke's going to go knock somebody out and then go to work.
After the 18th? Luke.
He's just like, I'm just going to go knock somebody out and go back to work. No biggie.
Yeah, I feel like Michael Chandler, he's a little bit of this man on a mission. He's a little bit of a man on a mission on this one. Charles Oliveira is one of, if not the hottest fighter in the UFC right now, though. So it's tough.
I'm with you. I told you last week, I said, I don't know, man. I'm kind of pumping the brakes because I was all over Du Bronx when they first announced it. And now I'm like, maybe we're not giving enough credit to Chandler.
Shane Burgos, Edson Barbosa is fireworks.
That's a phenomenal fight.
Let's see. What else?
Dude, in the odds
Lando Veneta versus Mike Grundy. That'll be fireworks. Jeez.
That Jamie Pickett, Jordan Wright is going to be a good fight.
Yes.
Tucker Lutz is on this card. Kevin Aguilar. This is a great freaking card. Dude, money, it's basically a coin flip, Chandler and Oliveira. Minus 135. Comeback for Chandler. The comeback for Chandler is plus 112. So Du Bronx is a slight favorite.
That's fair. I think that's probably fair. That's probably right.
There is only one favorite that is a minus 200 favorite. Every other fight on here is literally coin flip.
Yikes.
First fight, Matt Schnell, Rodrigo Bontorin.
I like Matt Schnell.
Minus 160, plus 132. Then the Tucker Lutz, Kevin Aguilar, coin flip basically, 105, 115, 105, 115. The next one, 110, 110, 110, 110. Like, dude, these are all freaking coin flip fights. Every one of them. I'd like to do some research and find out if that's ever happened. Like, the biggest favorite is minus 210.
Yeah,
Tell me.
That's pretty wild, actually.
Pull up the last boxing card that was like that.
Well, that's never, because boxing's retarded.
Yeah.
Oh, I shouldn't say that. Boxing's dumb.
Oh, man. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy that they're having that many fights, and this could either be another huge weekend of sports gambling, or it could be go horribly wrong. We'll see.
Oh gosh, as long as it doesn't go horribly wrong. Yeah.
What else we got? Anything else?
Man, I want to I wish I could give some predictions for the Fierce card, but as the commentator, I feel like I don't want to be biased.
You can't be biased. You can't do it.
I know, but I'm rooting. Okay, so everybody that's come on the show, I'm rooting for. I know that we've had opponents on the show, so I'm not rooting against the other guy, but I'm like, I want everybody to have good showings.
Okay.
There are a couple people I'm very specifically looking forward to fighting. It's going to be, I just hope that everybody shows up, because So I was texting with Cody this week, and it's not clear on something here. The names, and this is no disrespect, the last Fierce card, it was stock full of big names, right? Steve Sharp, Jason South, Jerome Curtis, Zach Cavender, Bobby King, Steve Seiler, just all this stuff. All these big names. This card doesn't have the same like name
Locally,
recognition.
yeah, for local guys.
Yeah. Right? But I will say this. I feel like this card, I think that there's just some sick fights. And I think it's set matched up wise for a lot of good finishes for either guy. It's like, okay, the main event, I don't know who, but somebody's getting knocked out.
Somebody's going to sleep in that one. Yeah,
Somebody's going night-night.
Yeah, that one's not going past.
Right?
I'm taking the under.
And neither of those guys are the type of guys to curl up and just get punched out to the ref stops.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm like, stuff like that. And we saw Marco last time. Like, he looked phenomenal. I don't know anything about Justin Lin.
Weston Wilson's coming back.
Weston Wilson. Warren Weingarter. I have my own issues with their gym or whatever. But, I mean, he's as good of a jiu-jitsu MMA fighter in the state of Utah. Like, he's freaking good.
Is that fight still happening?
Yeah, but that Victor Lapari guy is supposed to be super high level, tough enough champ. Like,
okay. We had our Ravon Baxter and the number 185-pound guy on the west side and the West Coast.
Yeah, and Ravon gives zero F's about anything.
Nothing. He just wants to come out here and bang. I love it.
Yeah, he's great.
Chris
Thompson's coming back to the state. We've seen him before. Fight Zach Cavender for Steel Fist was his last fight.
Yeah. They're bringing that. We've had Noah's on there. Della Calzada's on there. That's a kind of a stand-up jiu-jitsu is from what I've been kind of hearing through the grapevine.
Yeah.
Because we saw
more of a ground guy. Desmond, that.
We saw him, yeah.
Heavy.
Andrew Dean, Johnson. That'll be a good one. Johnson's in my little fight camp thing.
Yeah. Alexander Johnson, he's another Mora Academy guy. I've heard some really good things about him. He's very good. A certain person that I believe that is the person that a certain person said that they had for me to fight.
Oh.
I think it's that kid.
Oh. All right.
But
I'm stoked.
Great card.
I'm stoked.
Get your tickets, folks.
Get your tickets.
If it sells out, they've even given Cody the green light to open up more seats. So get your tickets. Or you could stream it and listen to me call the fights.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess we'll get out of here till Friday. Do we have anything for Wednesday? We don't have anybody scheduled for Wednesday, do we?
Nope.
All right. It'll be easy week then.
Monday and Friday this week.
We'll be back on Friday. We out. Thanks for listening, everybody. Appreciate it.